Andrew McCart, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. And I've got to say I'm delighted to be joined by once again by Rhiannon Dixon. Rhiannon, we spoke a little bit there before I pushed record, and it's been well over a year, maybe the start of the pandemic when I last had a chat with you, and it was all doom and gloom because of the pandemic. But for yourself, it was the frustration of not getting a fight. There was certain things falling through, but you've had a good little run of it of late. So are you in a better place in your boxing career?
Oh, definitely. Obviously with the pandemic, I didn't get to fight much last year. So I think I fought twice. But then after my first fight back in September, I torn my tendon on one of my knuckles. I think it's like a common thing for boxers. So I needed surgery straight after. But I was meant to be having my Matchroom debut in December. So when I spoke to Mike Hayton, the hand surgeon, he was like, we can do surgery now and then you'll be fine for next year. And I was like, oh, but I don't want to miss out on having my debut with Matchroom. So we had the debut and then I had surgery straight after. So at the beginning of the year, I still couldn't fight. Sorry, go on.
No, I was just going to say, well, listen, you've signed with Paul and SDN, and you see what Paul and SDN Sports do with like Kevin Ajagu, how busy he's been, and Sandy Ryan as well, how busy she is. So is that part of the reason is to sign with SDN is to stay busy, get out there, get your name out there as much as possible, and keep racking up them wins?
Yeah, definitely. Paul and I are really good friends, and Anne put me in touch with Paul, and just seeing like what he's done with Sky and Kevin and Sandy, and just keeping them all the fighters so active. Like I think that's something that's really important for me, because obviously I haven't had the amateur experience that loads of people have got, so I'm learning on the job. So I do need like more fights to get more experience. And obviously I love what he's doing with them in the ring and out of the ring, promoting them so much. So I just thought at this time in my career, it's the right thing for me to do.
Talking about, obviously, you mentioned that you're learning on the job and you've not had that extensive amateur career, but I believe you've yet to lose a round. I looked at BoxRec and I was just having a little look, and I was like looking at the referee scores, and I was like, you've not lost a round yet. So so you're doing everything right. You're learning quick.
Yeah, I'm a quick learner, but my last fight, I actually got a point taken off of me by the ref, like for headbutting or something. Like I couldn't understand what you were saying, like because he was speaking in Spanish, right. And like at the beginning he was just going like in Spanish, and I was like, oh, I don't understand what you're saying, but okay. And then he kept on like pointing to my head and then took a point off me. And I was like, oh, I love the drama. But like, obviously it was bad. But I actually felt like Rocky. I was like, oh my God, everyone's against me.
Oh, well, listen, that's boxing for you. You'll know that now in the professional game, all the little tricks and the referees and different commissions. And who knows, like, if being that Paul has got that good relationship with Eddie and stuff like that. I mean, these US gigs, all the different commissions, you've got to get used to all that as well. So have you thought that far ahead in your pro career yet?
No, but I'll have to like start reading the rules. I'll have to like Google the rules or something before I go over there, so I don't get a point taken off me for doing something that I just do.
It was the hand wraps. The hand wraps is different as well in the US. You can't stack, or you can stack. I can't remember what it was, but you can't stack your hands, and so there's a lot of different ways, the different rules that they have over there. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, because in Spain as well, I had someone watching my hands, and I was like, this is so weird. Like, I'm not going to like put knives in my gloves. Like, it's not that deep.
But you're obviously still with Anthony Crawley in your corner, ex-world champion, been there, done that, won numerous titles. So, being that you got Anthony in your corner, you've signed him with STN. Are you a happy fighter? Because we know what they say: a happy fighter is a dangerous fighter. So, are you in that place right now where you're happy and you're going in there to be a dangerous fighter? Because I looked at your record, you've not got that elusive stoppage yet. You've knocked a couple of girls down, I believe, but that stoppage win, are you hoping for that soon?
Yeah, I keep on saying it before every single fight. I'm like, I think I'm going to knock someone out this fight, and then it just doesn't happen. Like, I know I have the power to do it, but they just get back up, and I'm like, this isn't the script. Like, you're not following the script. You're meant to stay down. But yeah, it's something that we're working on, and obviously, Anne's been there and done that, like you've said, and it's just every single fight we're just trying to add something new and learn. Like I'm just trying to be like a sponge and just learn as much as I can. So yeah, I'm really enjoying training as well. You know, we've got like a really good bunch of people at the gym, and like I've recently changed S&C from my old S&C coach because he had like surgery on his neck and he couldn't train me anymore, to Ant's old S&C coach, and I've stole his old nutritionist as well, Wayne Ambrose and Martin Cullen. So I'm stealing all of the people that he used to have. I'm like, you did it, so I'm just going to copy everything you did, and hopefully it'll work.
Does that include the world title? Copy him to that world title win?
Yeah, that's what I'm just trying to copy and paste.
Copy and paste. I think I was looking at obviously that lightweight division in the women's is quite tough. I mean, with Katie Taylor being there, Terry Harper being there, Amanda Serrano, she's a super featherweight, I believe, but she's fought Katie at lightweight. So when you look at that world rankings right now, and for your opportunity to be getting your hands on one of them world titles, it's not an easy task, is it?
Yeah, no. It's but as well, like all the girls around the weight, so they're all like going through different weights. Because I think Chantel Cameron, she's at super lightweight now, but she did used to fight at lightweight, and she will come down for Katie Taylor. And Jessica McCaskill is at welterweight, but she came at lightweight. So all the girls around the lightweight are all really like tough fights and really, really good champions in their own right. So yeah, it's a tough division. I wish I could be skinny. Like I wish I could be on the line. I just can't. I can't do it. I think I've got heavy bones.
Heavy bones.
That's what I'll say to Anne. My bones are heavy.
Was he's like, no, get that 5K running quickly.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, no, bones are too heavy. I'm sorry.
Can't run. Yeah, but as well. So what's your hopes for this year? I mean, new management team and stuff like that. So we are in July. What are you hoping for before the year end is out?
Well, I'm hoping for 2 more fights. I mean, like when I first met with Paul, something that really stuck out, he was like, you know, I've got this plan for you. And I was like, wow, like I've never really kind of had this, like, you know, someone setting out like a plan for me before. And that's something that I really like draw me to Paul in like the way he is as a manager. So he was saying like hopefully 2 fights before the end of the year. And then, yeah, just keep as active as I can.
That's all you can ask for as a professional fighter. I mean, especially so young in your career, but only 6 fights and that lack of amateur experience. I mean, you're still learning. So staying busy is key for you. So I'm sure we're looking at Paul, and I know Paul very, very well, and the guys at SDN. So I'm sure that he's got your best interest at heart. And he's going to push you, and he's going to get you these fights. And the thing with Paul as well was, if you look at Sandy Ryan and the way he's matched Sandy and the way he's matched Kevin, he matches them in fights where they're going to get tested. It's not a walkover fight. You're going to be tested, which is, I believe, what you want as well.
Yeah, and I think that's like the fights that I do want, where it is going to test me, because like all the fights before my last one, like with the like when you fight like journey people with the greatest respect, it can sometimes not bring out the best in you. Whereas the girl that I fought last time was unbeaten. She went to the Olympics, I think in like 2012 or something. And she came to win, and she brought out the best in me. Obviously, like, yeah, my face didn't look the best after it, but I think she brought out the best in me. And I believe like you're only like boxing's like dancing, you're only as good as your dance partner. And if you've got someone that doesn't want to engage, or just like a lot of journey people do, it can kind of like make you not look as good as you can be.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. That's what Paul's going. I'm sure the type of manager he is, he'll get you tested. Now, for you, for 2023, I mean, when you look at women's boxing right now and the huge fights that are happening, I mean, Katie Taylor and Serrano headlining in Madison Square Garden. I'm sure that one day that you're hoping that you can match that and headline a card yourself against a tough opponent for a world title. But women's boxing right now is very, very exciting. I mean, the girls are putting on tremendous fights. I mean, we can go down last year, all the fights with Ebony Bridges and McCaskill and Breakhouse and Serrano and Katie Taylor. Do you know what I mean? It's amazing. But there's one huge fight that's happening in September, I believe, Savannah Marshall against Clarissa Shields. Now, I'm going to have to get your thoughts on that fight, because it is a mega fight, and the animosity between them two is ridiculous. So your thoughts?
I can't wait for it. Is it going to be, did you say it's going to be an all-girls card? Or am I lying?
No, I think somebody did say that. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, because I think is Michaela Mayer on it and Alicia
Michaela Mayer
Bunga
was
on it
on
as
it.
well?
Yeah, Michaela Mayer's on it. Yep.
Yeah, I think it's
Are you
going to
fishing to
be.
get on the card? Are you fishing to get on the card? Are you?
I'm like, hey guys, no. Is it a Sky? Is it a Sky card?
It's a Sky card. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be on that. But no, I'll be very. It's, these girls, they're such amazing fighters, such amazing people as well. From what I've seen online, but they deserve a massive crowd there and a lot of support behind them because it's two amazing fights. I don't know who else is on the undercard, but two unbelievable fights. And the girls are all so talented, and it's just going to be an unbelievable show. So I think just a lot of people need to get behind them and support them. But yeah, I'm very excited for Savannah and Clarissa. I've never seen because Savannah's quite reserved, but then like Clarissa brings out this side of her where like she's just like arguing with her, and I was like, oh my god, I didn't realize she had that side to her. But no, I'm very excited for it.
That's the thing, but it's the contrast between the two of them. I mean, you've got Clarissa Shields, who is that skillful, like tippy-tappy boxer, the skillful fighter who's brash and loud. Then you've got Savannah, who's very, very quiet, who probably won't mind me saying is this. I know Savannah can box. She's a very, very talented boxer like Clarissa, but she has that power. So there's that boxer versus fighter feel, the quiet one against the loud, brash one. So there's so many dynamics in this fight, which is going to make it very exciting.
Yeah, definitely. Savannah Marshall's last knockout, like me and Ross were on the TV and we were like, oh my God, because I didn't see it coming. She just like, I swear she like rolled or something and then just threw a hook, and then literally the girl's like, I couldn't believe it.
That's all she wrote, as they say. Listen, Rhiannon, it's absolutely fantastic talking to you. Hopefully you can get out very, very soon and get these two fights that you want by the end of the year. I believe after, because in fact, are you still working as a nurse?
Pharmacist, yeah. So yeah. I like, because my manager knows about boxing, I can like pick and choose my hours, so I can choose when to go in. So I was going to go in after my last fight, but my face was very messed up, and I didn't think that like going into hospital and trying to give people advice to be looking at me like, you do look like you don't have your life together. I'm not listening to you.
Well, listen, you really do have your life together. That's a definite. You're just a fighter. But listen, good luck to you for the tail end of the year. Hopefully, I'll be at one of these shows that you're in, and we'll get a proper interview together with a camera and a microphone rather than these Zoom calls. But
yeah, definitely.
Until then, Rhiannon, listen, keep training hard, and hopefully, I'll see you soon.
Oh, thank you very much.
Welcome, Team Everlast, to the Team Everlast Fitness app. Download the Everlast Fitness app and find your greatness within.